Hi, I'm Rudy Winston with Canon USA. In this episode, we'll take a look at one of the most comforting aspects of the Canon EOS R system, its compatibility with existing Canon EOS lenses and accessories. Because even though the EOS R camera is a completely new model with a new lens mount, you can use every EF, EFS, and most special purpose lenses in the Canon EF system with the addition of a Canon lens mount adapter. There are actually 3 adapters, giving you unprecedented, innovative options, and we'll look at each in this episode. What about Speedlites? All EX series Canon Speedlights, including the macro light units, are totally compatible with the full-frame mirrorless camera. It uses the same ETTL2 flash metering as recent EOS digital SLRs. That goes for the radio and optical-based wireless flash operation, including Speedlight transmitters, as well. And the EOS R has the same flash control menu as the latest EOS DSLRs. The battery for the EOS R camera is the same Canon LP-E6N or LP-E6 battery that's used in cameras like the EOS 7D and 5D series. So batteries and chargers many Canon owners use today will continue to work with Canon's first full-frame mirrorless camera. We'll touch on other compatible accessories later in this episode, but the main thing we want to cover is lens compatibility between the EOS digital SLR lenses and accessories you may own today and the new EOS R system. First, to repeat the basics. The new full-frame mirrorless EOS R introduces a totally new Canon RF lens mount, optimized for its mirrorless structure. Along with the new camera, we're introducing the first 4 Canon RF series lenses designed for this camera. The RF series lenses cannot be mounted onto current EOS digital SLRs, and Canon makes no adapter at the present time that allows this. However, existing Canon EF, EFS, TSE, and MPE lenses for EOS digital SLRs can definitely be mounted on the full-frame mirrorless EOS R camera using a Canon mount adapter EF to EOS R. This includes accessories like EF teleextenders and EF extension tubes for close-up shooting. About the only lenses that cannot be attached to the new EOS R camera with Canon mount adapters are the Canon EF-M lenses for Canon's compact mirrorless cameras and the CNE or Cinema EOS lenses. There are 3 new Canon lens mount adapters to attach Canon digital SLR lenses onto the mirrorless EOS R series cameras. Let's clear up any doubts right up front. I'm sure many of you have lingering reservations about the feasibility of lens mount adapters. You may have heard reports of erratic operation, loss of some features and functionality, slower focus or shooting speeds, and more. That's not going to be the case here. With Canon's system of mount adapters for the EOS R system, there are only 2 limitations. But that's it. Otherwise, things like AF speed, infinity focus, image stabilization, and so on work the same as they do when the lens is attached to a modern EOS digital SLR. There's no light loss, and the lens's wide or telephoto coverage remains the same as well. Unlike some competitive systems, you're not limited to one adapter model for certain EF or EFS lenses. The Canon mount adapters have no optics in them, and there's no AF mechanism in any of the adapters. So why 3 different lens mount adapters? Choice. You have the option to add new functions when you attach a Canon EF lens. Here's a look at the 3 lens mount adapter choices. Option 1, the Canon mount adapter EF to EOS R. This is a basic mount adapter, and once again will work with every compatible lens type we've mentioned. This adapter is an optional accessory, but in some regions it'll be possible to buy the new EOS R camera body with the basic adapter included as a kit. Option 2, the Canon control ring adapter EF to EOS R. Each of the Canon RF series lenses now adds a separate programmable control ring on the lens for instant exposure adjustment. This lens mount adapter adds the same control ring and its functionality to any EF lens you attach. turn the adapter's click-stopped control ring, and immediately change exposure settings or apply exposure compensation. It's programmed in the EOS R camera's custom functions menu. And if you're a serious video user, for a service fee, the click stops can be removed at a Canon service center. Option 3, the Canon drop-in filter mount adapter EF to EOS R. This one lets you insert Canon drop-in filters. It'll be sold in two versions, with drop-in circular polarizer filter A and with drop-in variable neutral density filter A. So you can add either variable neutral density effects or circular polarizer effects to any EF or EFS lens. Or with a clear glass drop-in filter, you can shoot without filtration effects. Think about the possibilities. For the first time, you can easily add circular polarization to lenses like the EF 11 to 24mm L-series lens or the EF 8 to 15mm fisheye zoom lens, lenses which normally cannot accept a conventional filter. You can apply variable ND filtration to any EF or EFS lens to allow slower shutter speeds for smooth video recording in daylight or for deliberate blurs in still images in bright sunlight. 3 drop-in filters are available for this lens mount adapter. A clear glass filter, which should always be used if neither of the special purpose filters is installed. The circular polarizer, which can be freely rotated to achieve the visual impact you want. And the variable neutral density filter, which you can rotate to provide a broad range of light reduction. Canon's EFS lenses are a series of lenses designed exclusively for DSLRs with the smaller APS-C size image sensor. Until now, you couldn't mount EFS lenses on full-frame EOS digital SLRs. But with any of the lens mount adapters we just discussed, when you attach an EFS lens to the EOS R camera, it immediately detects that it's an EFS lens and automatically crops the full-frame sensor to give you the same 1.6 times crop factor that the lens was designed to support. Simply stated, the EOS R system makes any EFS lens you may currently own a viable option. As we said before, the EOS R camera is an addition to the Canon EOS system, not a replacement. And the compatibility it offers for Canon's EF lens line means that with any of these lens mount adapters, it's a smooth addition to the Canon gear many of you may own today. Finally, the EOS R camera uses single-pin remote control accessories, like the Canon Remote Switch RS60E3. For the more advanced 3-pin N3 type remote controllers, there's an optional remote controller adapter, RAE3. GPS information and log recording is possible with the optional Canon GP-E2 receiver as well. This designed-in compatibility means you can add full-frame mirrorless to your system by investing in nothing more than a camera body and a Canon lens mount adapter EF to EOS R, and from there, add dedicated Canon RF lenses as you like. We've discussed the new mirrorless system, and in our next episode, we'll take a closer look at the first camera in this system, the EOS R.